Morning, everyone. Welcome to today's episode of Live from Wendy's Kitchen Corner, except today it's live from Wendy's living room corner. I wanted to talk about 7 ways to have mental and emotional freedom. Wrote it down in my journal. As some of you know, on April 4th, I had a really severe panic attack and my body completely shut down, and it was extremely scary, and probably I would say the scariest time of my life. And I've had some scary times, but that was the scariest, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know if I was going to be able to go back to work. I didn't know if it was like the change in my life forever, because when your brain shuts down, it is just extremely frightening. And I went to the hospital, and the doctor told me that I needed to go on antidepressants and anti-anxiety medicine. And I was like, okay, I can see that, because I've been struggling with feeling anxious. I think in general, I was just an anxious person for a long time. So I went on the medicine he's prescribed, but I reacted really, really badly to it. And I know sometimes, just want to say, I know sometimes medicine really helps people, and I'm not against medicine. But for me, I was meant to have a different path, at least for now. So I went on it and had a really bad reaction. It made me feel awful. I got a terrible rash all over my body, and I was like, forget this. I couldn't sleep. I said, I'm not taking it. So luckily I had my counseling appointment the next day, and I told her, and she said, okay, that's good. If it was you were reacting that badly, let's try some other things to help you manage anxiety. And I have to also add, I had been pretty much using, knowing I was having red wine at the end of the night to manage my stress up to that point. And so when I was on the medication for that week, I didn't drink any wine at all, because I know that doesn't go well together. And so once I was not taking it, I said to my counselor, oh, good, now I can have a glass of wine tonight. And she was like, I wouldn't. And I was like, why not? And she was like, because you need to learn some coping mechanisms to manage your stress and anxiety. And if you keep using red wine at the end of the night as your coping mechanism, you're never going to learn any other strategies that are healthy. And I was like, dang it, I know you're right. So that's the first step in having mental and emotional freedom, is getting rid of the coping mechanisms you're currently using to mask your stress, mask your anxiety, or manage it. Self-medicate, I guess. And it's really, really hard, and it's very uncomfortable when you first do it. But there's no way, I truly believe there is no way to get mental and emotional freedom if you're still using something, whether it's wine or cigarettes or whatever. So first step, you got to get rid of those coping mechanisms, whether it's an addiction or whatever. You know what it is. If you're listening, you know what it is. So that was number one. And then the second thing that happened, I just really feel like God led me, and that's part of why I want to make this video, is because this information is not readily available out there for people who have anxiety or depression. The second step is to feed your body and your brain. Our brain cannot function optimally if we're malnourished. So I highly recommend the book Brain Makers and The Happiness Diet. I would read those, but you want to make sure you're getting all your essential nutrients, omega-3s, dark chocolate, lots of healthy fats. There's lots of things. If you Google eating for brain health, you'll find tons of resources. So you've got to feed your brain. I truly believe a huge part of my healing is the nutrition that I feed myself on a daily basis. So number one, get rid of your coping mechanisms and or addictions. Number two, you have to feed your body and your brain. Number 3 is you need, in this tender time when you're healing, you need to create a positivity womb. Not room, womb. Like a baby in the womb. You've got to make your environment peaceful, your friendships peaceful, the people you surround yourself. It's okay to just surround yourself with super positive people right now. It's a sensitive time. You're learning, you're growing, you're making new pathways in your brain that weren't there before. So make sure you're around positivity. Make an effort to get rid of negativity in your life, wherever that comes. Could be the shows you watch. Don't watch negative shows right now. Well, I would never watch them, but that's bad for our spirit. It's gonna have a negative effect. So make that positivity womb around you, and don't feel guilty about having boundaries to make that positivity womb so that you can heal. Okay, so number 4 is face your pain. So I truly believe, and there's a lot of research behind this, that it says 95% of our life is based on our subconscious thoughts. Well, where is our choices or decisions are based in our subconscious, not our conscious. And where is our pain located? It's in our subconscious. It's way back here. We've blocked it. That's why we distract ourselves from pain. That's why we have anxiety. In order to get rid of the anxiety or depression, you have to face your pain. I hope that everyone can have a counselor, but I know that's not always the case. So if you don't, just sit there in a calm, quiet place, put on some nice music, and let yourself think about the things that breed a physical reaction in you. Dr. Gabor Mate says, where there's tension, it needs attention. So let yourself think about those things that have caused you pain, those things you don't want to think about, that every time you think about, you stop thinking about them. Let yourself think about them, because the only way they're going to come from your subconscious to your conscious and then off of your body is by letting yourself think about those things. Write them down. Write down how they make you feel, and talk to a friend. If you don't have a counselor, talk to a friend about them. Those memories, those painful memories. That's something that I have been doing these past few months, and it's not easy. Sometimes your body even physically reacts when those memories come to surface, and that's okay. That's part of the process of getting the trauma, the pain out of your body, is calm yourself, getting yourself to a calm state. Let yourself mentally go there. Let your body feel those feelings, even if it's scary, and then release them. And sometimes even moving around can help get rid of them. But the main thing is acknowledging them, acknowledging those painful memories, and letting yourself go there. Those places you don't want to go there, because that's the pathway to freedom. Number 5, and this is a huge one, believe that your brain can be rewired. There's so much scientific evidence that I have found through people like Dr. Caroline Leaf, Dr. Mark Hyman, that's out there, that is showing that the science behind the fact that your brain can be rewired. You are not stuck with an anxious brain. You are not stuck with a depressed brain. You can have a new, fresh, happy brain. And the first start to having that is to believe that it's even possible. So once you believe that's possible, then you can start working on rewiring your brain. How do we do that? And I tell you this information from those experts I mentioned, is gratitude and visualization. That's step number 6, is gratitude and visualization. So when we have gratitude, I've talked about this in other videos, when we have gratitude, it turns on, it starts making new neural pathways. It starts creating those feel-good hormones, oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin. Just being grateful for what you have right now. I'm grateful that I have peaceful music to listen to. I'm grateful I have a comfortable couch I can sit on and look at that nice picture behind me. I'm grateful for the cup of coffee that I made that is over there, and it's too far to reach right now. And then the visualization part is thinking about the life that you want even more than what you already have. And your brain doesn't know the difference between reality and visualization. So you want to start imagining the life that you feel that you're meant to have. For me, it's having someone by my side that is a wonderful, loving partner with peace and love and laughter, traveling around with my daughter, having an acreage, having animals. Just even as I say that, I can feel a rush of feel good, dopamine and serotonin and all the good neurotransmitters. As I say that, let yourself go there every single day. As you do that, you're creating new neural pathways. This is scientific fact. It's not just positive foo-foo, hoo-hoo. It's scientific fact. As you let yourself go there in your mind without the visualization, your brain is creating connections to that image. And then what happens, and I don't know, this is quantum physics somehow and God, things start aligning with what we're visualizing. And so that is number 6. Number 7, and actually probably should have been number 1, is exercise. Exercise has been like medicine for me, and I've lost 20 pounds, which is really nice. But exercise is so good at releasing stress. It creates BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which actually is like miracle grow for the brain, and it creates neurogenesis, new neurons. So your brain actually grows when you exercise. So exercise, honestly, I don't know if I would have recovered the way I have if it wasn't for exercise. And I exercise every second day. Mostly I go to the gym, I run for 10 minutes, and I do weights, and I do like ab exercises, leg exercises, and then I go in the hot sauna for like 20 minutes. And it's been amazing. So I just want to impart hope to you guys, whoever's listening out there. If you're struggling with I don't even want to call it mental health issues, because that puts a stigma, like there's people with mental health issues. We all have brain things going on because we live in a very stressful world. And if we're not fighting against that and having a plan, we get overtaken by it like a wave. And so I hope this is encouraging to you. I just want to go over those 7 steps to mental emotional freedom one more time. Get rid of those coping mechanisms that are stopping you from learning healthy coping mechanisms. Feed your body and your brain with healthy nutrition. Create a positivity womb and don't feel bad about doing it. Face your pain, face the trauma, face those triggers, get a counselor. That's number 4. 5, believe your brain can be rewired. There's hope. 6, gratitude and visualization. And 7, regular exercise, at least every second day, if not every day. All right, I hope you have a blessed day. I'm so excited to share what has helped me, and I really hope it helps you too. There is hope. Bye.